What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the CCC. This week we have week 6, and it is the Bay State Beedrills versus the Azalea Town Slowpokes. Both in crown, both fighting for playoffs. Shay, if she wins this one, she will guarantee playoffs. Shay and the Bay State Beedrills. If Joel and the Azalea Town Slowpokes doesn't get the win, it's not over, but it's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be relying on other people's results. Don't think we've got any changes to these teams. Joel hasn't made a trade all season, and Shay, I feel, has got herself into a good position with a right amount of offense, with a right amount of support. Luke has kindly commentated this one, so I'm going to pass you straight over to him and enjoy the match.
All right, let's see what these guys has got. So on Shay's side, she's got the Genesect, the Whimsicott, Blaziken, Kang, Gudra, and Mr. Mime Galar, while Joel's got the Galarian Darmanitan, the Tapu Koko, Crobat, Hawaiian Clive, Magmar, and Aegislash. So looking based on these Pokemon here, they've got some pretty not standard leads, but pretty obvious leads they can go for. Shay can 100% just go Tailwind with Whimsicott lead Kangaskhan as well, lead the Genesect as well. Joel, on the other hand, can I believe Joel will probably go with the Magmar for the Follow Me shenanigans and setup. Possibly bring his own Crobat here to set his own Tailwind. To counteract Shay's Tailwind could be a strategy to employ. I'm not too familiar with what the Executor is going to be doing here. I know it's relatively supposed to. I know Cantonian Executor can get Trick Room. So I'm pretty sure a Alolan Executor can do Trick Room as well. So maybe Joel's idea is to maybe counteract the Tailwind with Trick Room, which isn't a bad setting. And it looks like that might be something he's going here, because I don't know why you would lead the Executor unless it's like Choice Scarf. But here we go. Game 1, Bay State Beedrills versus Azalea Town Slowpokes. Shay versus Joel. Man, oh man, I'm excited. Shay is currently on a 2-game win streak, and Joel, I think, just last week got his first win. So Joel needs to keep the momentum to get into playoffs. Definitely having 2 wins typically will help out, and Shay just needs to continue to perform like she's been performing, and she'll be in playoffs in no time. So it does look like Shay decided to go the Whimsicott Genesect lead, and Joel obviously went Magmar Executor. And you know, honestly, if I'm Shay here, I think probably the most predictable thing to do, and also, you know, probably the best thing to do for her, is to go ahead and set that Tailwind. And you know, it is a fire type staring the Genesect into place, but Genesect gets this crazy ability, crazy item that it can use to change its signature move to a specific type, and Shay's been using the water type, so honestly might not be a great situation for Shay with the Magmar. But it just depends. It depends if she brought the water drive. So Magmar Goose follow me here, which is great. The Whimsicott does go Tailwind here, but Joel's Trick Room, so this Tailwind's going to be counteracted. But the Checking Blast is going to come out here, so let's see how much this is going to do. Only half. Really shows the power of Eviolite Magmar and how bulky Magmar can be. And the Trick Room's set, so right now Joel's in a really, really good position. I think if you're Joel here, I think you 100% go ahead, and I think you just Heat Wave. I think you just Heat Wave here, just to get that spread damage on the Genesect, because it will not be moving faster. Obviously, Shay can switch out here, and you know, she brought the Blaziken. She can switch out to the Blaziken. A Helping Hand boosted into the Executor, not terrible. I mean, definitely is a thing that 100% can be very helpful. But you know, if she switches out, he could be reading into his own thing. And lo and behold, Shay does switch out now. Who does she switch out to? Lucy. That is the Blaziken. So the Helping Hand boosted Flamethrower is not going to be doing a whole lot of damage to this Blaziken. And now this Whimsicott is kind of just sitting here and can kind of do what it wants, because it hasn't been targeted. And it taunts the Magmar. So now this Magmar is support functionality. It's all about null and void for the next 3 turns. Let's see how much this flamethrower does. Probably not a lot. About 30%. Really great read by Shay here, knowing that he most likely was going to go into the Genesect with a fire type move. Maybe not predicting the flamethrower on the Executor, probably expecting a heat wave or a fire type move from the Magmar coming out. So really good switch by Shay. Now she knows the Executor is packing a fire type move for later games, and knowing that, you know, if she sees the Magmar Executor combo, the Executor is probably going to need a boost from the Helping Hand to get some kills. Just from seeing that, that's what you should take away from that situation. Joel is questioning whether he should switch in here. I would not switch into the Aegislash staring down a Blaziken. While yes, the Aegislash will most likely move first, due to it being in Trick Room, it's a Blaziken staring it down. It's not a great sight to behold. And it looks like Joel opts for the light screen here, which is a good play. The light screen is going to help with some of these special moves, which both mons tend to be more special plays. And no, ooh, the one avoids the heat wave. Very unlucky for Joel. Rock Slide comes out from the Blaziken and doesn't pick up a kill. Magmar is very close to death. 14 HP left, but he does get the Life Orb, which I know for Joel is marking that down, so he knows. The Wem's Moonblast does big damage. Thankfully, the light screen went up, because if not, that Executor would not be here right now. Really, really good. The speed boost does pop for Shay, so this Blaziken is going to be super fast coming out of Trick Room. But once again, it is in Trick Room, so it is not going to be moving fast. And if I'm Joel here, I'm a little nervous. Obviously you're still going to move faster than the Blaziken and the Wem here, because you are still in Trick Room. But unfortunately, I don't know where you're getting your firepower from. Another miss could be detrimental for the Whimsicott. And then, it won't be detrimental to the Wem. It'll be detrimental to Joel if he misses another heat wave on that one. That Wem needs to go, because it is just going to sit there. And most likely, unless she might switch it out. Will probably be back to reset the Tailwind, most likely, if it sticks around that long, because it's sitting there. It's sitting there very pretty. We don't even know if it's sashed. Most likely sashed, but, you know, a Giga Drain, not terrible. Get some health back. Lucy protects, very, pretty solid. It's not really going to affect it that much. A Giga Drain going into the Wem, it's going to do some pretty nifty damage. About 15%, maybe 20%. Gets a little bit of health back, so that's not terrible. And let's see if the heat wave does hit here. If the heat wave hits, the Wem could be down here, and it does. Really good job by Joel. 100% amazing play by Joel. Tailwind is now out. Obviously it's not affected. The Trick Room is still going. I think Joel gets one more turn of Trick Room. So he needs to make the most out of it right now. And here comes Betty the Kang. Definitely fake out pressure coming out here. If you see a Kang, you 100% are going to be expecting a fake out. And a fake out from a Kang is going to be doing a lot of, because it's stab. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. So a fake out most likely will kill the Magmar here for sure. Will do a big damage to the Executor. So whatever mon the Kang decides to fake out is not going to be enjoying it. Now if I'm Shay, I most likely am going to get rid of the probably the Executor, so it can't reset Trick Room if it survives this turn. But right now, Joel is in a position, but it's not looking great considering that they've got so much fake out pressure right now. So Magmar comes out. Here comes the Tapu Koko. Very, very cool. Love that Pokemon. I haven't seen much of it, but I love the way it looks. Its shiny is amazing. Fake out into the Koko. It's a crit too. Man, that does a lot of damage. Another Giga Drain. So that Giga Drain definitely did about 25% there. And now the Executor is closing up on that extra health. Here comes a Rock Slide. Once again, Life Orb damage drains. Now we have to start worrying. Now that the Trick Room is gone, this Blaziken is going to be moving fast. the exception is harvest, so it is going to be harvesting the berry that it has. I think it was a Magnarva. I have no idea what berry that is, nor do I know what it does. So if you know what it does, leave it in the comments, because I could not remember for the life of me what that thing does. My screen's still up, so it's not terrible. Well, it's not really helpful against 2 physical attackers, but Blaziken can carry some special moves, so it could be mixed. But yeah, it's just not looking great right now with Joel knowing that this Blaziken is going to be moving first the entire time. Acrobatics could be an interesting choice here. Acrobatics would be nice, but it's just moving faster, so you just deal with the damage right there. I think if you're the Blaziken, I think you go ahead and get rid of the Taco Coco, and if you're Joel, I think you just set Trick Room. That's all you really can do here. Obviously, a Flare Blitz is coming out. I guess it's going to the Coco, so that is gone. The question is, does this Flare Blitz also take out itself? Let's see how much this Life Orb does. It survives by 1, and the double edge out. Executor goes down. And the speed boost once again. So Joel's down to 1 Pokemon. It's an Aegislash. Maybe some Aegislash. It's Aegislash and Magmar. It was not down to 1. So now the Aegislash is out. It should be able. If it King Shields, it should be able to take some damage. But if it wants to attack, it's just all that's left is an Aegislash. There's some workarounds. A workaround. A Sacred Sword would be nice, and to the Kang here, a Shadow Sneak would be nice to just go ahead and pick up the kill on the Blaziken. It's just once it switches into Blade mode, if your opponent decides to target the Aegislash, it's depending on the move, which its defenses aren't pretty, it's going to be doing a solid chunk of damage. And man, oh man, is that not what you want with an Aegislash. That's why Aegislash is so tricky. That's why I tend to avoid it. It takes a really skilled player to use it. Joel's an amazing player. He's used Aegislash before. I know he's going to do great at it. It's just not a Pokemon I'm 100% comfortable with using personally because of the gimmick and stat changes associated with it. So Blaziken protects here, which, really great read. Really great read. So the Mach Punch goes in, not doing a whole lot. Stance change, Shadow Sneak. So now if this King went into the Aegislash, we could be not looking great. A great protect here. Great read by Shay. And then here comes the Drain Punch. Is it going into the Aegislash? It is. It's gone. The King gets a lot of health back. It was a crit. I don't think it mattered. And yeah, the King just got almost all of its health back. So this is pretty much a wash for Joel. I feel pretty confident in saying that Shay's got this one. But what Joel needs to do now is just try his best to pick out what information he can here and take it into game 2. And so looks like he's just going to go Mach Punch the Blaziken here to pick up, to get at least bring it down to at least a 2-0 here. But Shay, being the smart player, knowing the differential, switches out into the Genesect so she can get that nice 3-0 win against Joel if it comes down to it after game 2 or game 3. Really smart. Really, the idea that is a smart draft league strat to go ahead and do that, because all that's going to do is help your differential, which Shay desperately needs after going 0-3 at the start. And so game 1 goes to Shay here, and man, Joel is, pretty dominant game 1 by Shay. Played really well, used protects really well. Joel did what he tried to do, the best that he could here in game 1, and now it's time for him to take it to game 2. So Shay has decided to give Joel another go at game 2 because Joel didn't get the Monson that he wanted. And that's really kind of Shay. I mean, you don't have to do that. We don't, penalize coaches for, not accepting, kindness when it comes to like, oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, or I accidentally Didn't pick the mons I needed, but I mean, we also was an honest accident. I mean, he missed it by like, it was on one, man, and all he did was didn't press A enough for okay. But I'll tell you one thing, he is definitely going this time. So it's gonna be it's not gonna be same leads. You know, they're just gonna redo entirely game 2. Joel can take what he can away from game 2 and maybe make from the last match that was to be game 2 to this new game 2 and make some changes here. Yeah, and it looks like Joel, before I said, you know, maybe going the Magmar Executor lead was what he wanted to do in the first place, because I think, you know, you just double in. So game 2 again, once again, thank you, Shay, for being so kind and letting Joel try this again, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. And here we go. I mean, Joel could turn it around here. We could be going to a 4th game in game 3, and Kang win here. So same lead, and Magmar Executor. Yeah, I think you just here. You know, I think if you're the Executor, you know you're getting faked out here. It just depends on what you want to fake out. I think you just follow me here, and then you just flamethrower the whim, or you just Trick Room. I think a Trick Room is fine here. Yeah, follow me, Trick Room is fine. It just depends on if he fakes out the Executor. Doesn't do that. Fakes out the Fuzzy Duck, so Trick Room's about to come out. Oh no, but she taunts it. Yeah, that prankster taunt, man. Oh man, so now the Trick Room is null and void, and there you go. That Executor is going to be moving slower. The Magmar is not going to be moving as fast. Again, excellent read by Shay there, faking out and then taunting and not tailwinding. Amazing play by Shay, amazing wherewithal. She knew the Executor had the Trick Room. So it looks like Executor is just gonna they're gonna go Helping Hand Flamethrower here. So it's gonna be decent damage. Should be decent damage. The Moonblast though coming to the Executor, is it gonna kill? No, it holds on. Now does she double in? That's the special attack drop. Oh, but wait, the berry pops. That's great. I mean, the special defense goes off. It's not going to help against a double edge. So, but the Executor targeting the Magmar, and the Executor is living. So the Flamethrower is going to be coming up. It's just going to be a normal Flamethrower. It won't be boosted. So unfortunate. But the berry is recycled. So you know, be careful. Be careful. The special defense boost is active. Again, you could get +2 in that special defense. And so it looks like Joel's going to go Follow Me here. I mean, obviously that's probably the best play here. And yeah, I guess you just Flamethrower and you just pick up the, I would just go for Betty. I would just go in for the Kang, dude. But the whim is dangerous. So Follow Me here. Comes out really good here. Moonblast though is going into the Magmar. Is it going to be enough? It's not. That shows the bulkiness of this Magmar. Double Edge though going into the Mag, and that is done. All right, let's see how much the recoil damage is. I think a Flamethrower here would be great if he went into the Executor. I mean the Kangaskhan. Really big damage. Yeah, I mean, basic, very basic damage expecting from Executor into a whim. So looks like he's going Crobat. No, looks like he's debating on the Crobat or the Darm here. I think you just go ahead and bring the Crobat. Just because I think it's a smarter play, because we know the King is packing fighting type move, and the Darmanitan's not gonna enjoy that too well. You need to get rid of the threat. You need to make sure that when you bring out Darm, it's got all the threats neutralized, so it can go ahead and do the work, because it's not the most defensive Pokemon. And looks like Joel is looking into Poison Fanging here, the Whim, and then I guess a Giga Drain would be. I would maybe a Flamethrower. I don't know. I think you really need to get rid of the threat right now of the Kang. Moonblast comes out. What's it going into? The Executor. So the Trigger One's not coming out. So unfortunate again. The Whim goes in. And now here comes the Crobat. The Double Edge from the Kang does half. That's good. Now did she go? Ooh, the eject pack though. The eject button. Oh no. Oh no. Now I can't even attack this turn. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's the dangers when you have an item like that. Man, that's just unfortunate though. So it looks like yeah, once again, I mean, Joel's not in a terrible position here. It just so happens that everything's faster right now. The Darm could do some big damage, though. I think the Darm might it's not outspeeding the Whim, but it might outspeed the King here. So Martha sets the Tailwind, so now the King's going to be moving faster. Drain punching the Darm. Does not kill, which is good, so it's going to get its health back. So it's in the green. So the Darm, we're finally going to see the Darm go into something. Acrobatics into the Whim. Great. Whim is gone. So right now, and then here comes the Earthquake. The all-powerful Earthquake. How much is it going to do? And it picks up the kill. The power of the Darm. Wow, so Joel has turned this game right around now. Now it just depends on if the Blaziken's here. If the Blaziken's here, I don't know if it outspeeds naturally, but you just protect if you're the Blaziken, right? But there's also a super speedy Genesect that will most likely deal with the Darm before you could really do anything here. So, God, you don't want to see... That's just a scary pairing, man, dude. The Blaziken Genesect combo is very scary. I mean, Earthquake's probably the best bet you can go with. So Joel's not in a terrible position. It just depends on what's going to be moving first here. And obviously the Iron Head comes out to the Crobat. Unfortunately, it was a crit. That might have mattered because that Crobat was pretty tanky. But I don't think so. It was stab Iron Head in close combat. And unfortunately for Joel, Joel just managed to bring it to a 2-0 loss versus a 3-0 loss. But once again, Shay goes on ahead and picks up the victory. And so now Shay is on a 3-game win streak, and I believe she is now qualified for playoffs, which is amazing. Joel, unfortunately, is, I believe, 1-5, and it's going to need a lot of help getting into playoffs. So, you know, this is going to be a great learning experience for Joel. Shay, congratulations into making playoffs. And, you know, Joel just needs to take what he learned from this game and bring it and close out the season strong. Both players will need to close out the season strong. Shay can definitely get all the help she needs, getting another win for Week 7. Joel can get in. He's just going to need a lot of help, but he definitely needs that win against, well, yours truly for Week 7. But that's going to be it from you guys. Thank you guys once again. And, yeah, on to another Week 6 match, and then on to the final week of Week 7. All right, y'all. Talk to you guys later. Bye.